Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, I-7.
Throwing on first down. Grant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ready, ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on. Hey, Sam off. You better be afraid of me. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Look at me. Go, go. Crouch. Back. Rock it. Ready, ready.
Throwing again. Grant. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm coming after you. Hey. Hey, Foxtrot. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 55, Mike. Pick it up.
2.
Operating from the gun. Grant is going to fire one deep over. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
First down, Patriots.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Grant to Michelle on the screen. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Sony Michel, his first carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grant, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Go. Trump. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Check 26. Check 26. Check 59.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9".
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check 47. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Here we go. 60 yards.
On 2nd down, Michelle looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Airing it out for Hamilton. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. First down, a run with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike 57.
Check back.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Grant. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Grant, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the out.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, he's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Mike 5'9". Hey. Mike, check. 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
To throw is Jackson. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 17 yards to pick up there.
A gain of 17 yards brings up 2nd down at the Patriots' 11-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check, 59. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Echo. 5'9".
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike, check. 59. Yeah. You don't want none. What's what? 15. Check 50. 22. Jet bomber. 22. Jet bomber.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. But he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
It's our time. Watch twist.
Now Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Mike is 59.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, Grant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Nice 57. 57's right. Come on, D.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike.
Silver.
57's the Mike. 53. I got you. Check. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Ready up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one up. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go.
A final shot before break. Grant is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Zoom, zoom. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, check. 59. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". I got you.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Here's Jackson throwing on third and long. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Switch. Rotate. Off, off. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check, check. 59. Y'all not ready. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better go. To the roll. West. Mike, check, check. 59, 59. Right here, right here.
And that'll set him back 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Kill, kill, kill. Hatchet, hatchet.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Nice 57. Yeah. I got one. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Jackson throwing again. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. It's great. Watch the run. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's got shots. Go. Get him. You got it. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the sprint.
And the blitz does come. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Grant. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Team 6. Shoot.
From the gun, Grant is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. On the ground, Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get on the quick right here. Hard. Joker. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Grant, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Watch out.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready. Mike's 59. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Hayward. Yeah.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Oh, you got D? 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Jackson. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
57's the Mike.
Here it comes.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Drop deep.
57. Mike.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 50.
Bravo.
Watch the curve.
61. Matchbox. Go.
From the gun, Grant. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Grant. And that will be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else, and maybe try and find one of those spots.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Watch the safety creep. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Ball trot.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hill. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57's right. Check. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, they're scared. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the 39, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
SOS.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mike, check, 59. You must be getting tired.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man here is Hamilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Watch the shift.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Hill to try again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. And in an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box drop.
Off play action. Grant. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
47's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Hey, Charlie. Big grip.
He'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
In your face.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Michel. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Set 15, line it. 15 line. Hey, wahoo!
55, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike.
He's back to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw to Michel on the screen. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. 8 read.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Get it.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
10 Lobo. Christian, traffic.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. But now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Grant. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with 7 seconds remaining as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do? And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Look at me, zipper.
They'll run with Michelle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Now! Hey, echo! On the goal!
Check, 47. Got one. 47's the mic, 47's the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Mike 57. Hey.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Switch up. Check 37. Check 37. Bang.
Delta. Check. Lucky. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
6 man. Check curls. 57.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Check, 59.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Slam. Okay. Off. Hey. Great show. Bravo. 9. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hot seven.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Chance.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Here we go. Pittsburgh.
59. Mike to 59.
We don't want this. Kill. 66. Pull it. High. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Mike, check. 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike's 59.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So here comes a very important one now for Matthew McCrane. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split